I got the Muppet song in my head. I'm sorry. Hey, look, welcome to Survivor Tribal Council. We're live on Wednesday night, right after the episode on the East Coast. Sorry for you West Coasters. We couldn't wait. I didn't want to record it at 12:30 at night.
Yeah, me neither.
Actually, be late. No, it'd be 11:30, right? Because they're 3 hours behind us.
I didn't know there was going to be math involved. So
yeah, it's one of those things where I didn't plan that, but I always feel bad for the people on the East Coast because they can't get their, like when we record a podcast, they can't get their
right.
But when we do it on Thursday, anybody can join us.
Mm-hmm. Even Australia or Hawaii or whoever is the day behind us. Yeah. Right.
Exactly. But we had another good episode of Survivor. It's back to enjoying the season. I think I'm back. I still see the guy that I wish he was gone, and and we also hear from him. But other than that, I'm enjoying the season again.
Yeah, I think being disappointed with that one episode doesn't detract from the rest of the season because there are so many good players still, I think, or interesting players. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think that this episode, it kind of revitalized the Island of Idols, where I just kind of felt that was on like a little bit of a slump. But I liked, we'll get to it, but I liked what they did with Laura today.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought, but we started out with Missy, the first group. I forgot that when they came back, I forgot they split up, and I'm like going, "Wait, how did they know that Missy didn't go?" I go, oh, "That's right, they're still apart."
Yeah. And
then the other group shows up, and they're like, "Missy went home." Wow. And of course, Elizabeth goes, "Worst day ever."
Yeah.
she lost Aaron and Missy in one night.
In one evening, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't feel bad for her.
No, I didn't either. I thought she was going to be the easy. I thought last week going into this week she would be the easy one because she'd have no one really to back her up. But
yeah, no,
I thought it was a no-brainer myself.
Yeah,
I thought it was also going to be a no-brainer. I mean, obviously there was a lot of clever editing today to kind of sway you a little bit, and obviously we'll get to how everything turned out. But just from her initial interview where she realized she was on her own, I was kind of already circling her name, thinking she was going to be gone.
Yeah. And then Sunshine's Breeze is in the chat, and he wished Karishma would have told Elizabeth about her idol and voted out Tommy or Dan.
Well, yeah, that would have been nice for the two of them to actually work together, realize that they're both on the super bottom, work together and make something else happen instead of having to cannibalize each other, right?
Well, I think Karishma, her problem is she knows that she has no alliance. I mean, she has nobody. I mean, the only way she makes it to the end if they take her to the end, right? She's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is.
I mean, is there any way she can win? Can she beat anybody that's left up there?
You know what? Karishma is so unpredictable sometimes that who knows? Maybe she could at the end do something that we would never expect her to do. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe she could. It doesn't look like she could, but maybe she could. I don't know.
Sunshine Breeze pointed out, "I'm a girl." Did I say a guy? I might have. I apologize. Sometimes I just generalize things. But Dean gets the GOAT army assembled. He assembles the GOAT army, and he just wants to get Karishma out. And the whole time I'm not going, why?
Yeah. Why?
Get someone that can beat you in the challenges. Get someone who's can win the game. Why worry about Karishma? This whole night I'm like going, I don't get why everybody wants to get Karishma out. I just didn't understand it.
It's almost like it's personal feelings at that point, as opposed to just making smart game moves.
Maybe she's that much more annoying at camp than other players or something. In which case
you got 9 more days left. It's $1 million. 9 days left. I can put up with almost anybody for 9 days. For $1 million? For $1 million?
With no food and no sleep, and they're in your face all the time.
Yeah, I would be like, okay, $1 million.
I hope I could.
I can see day 2 or day 3 where you got 36 days to deal with this person. Okay, I can't deal with this person. I got to get him out. 9 days left. I'm just going to deal with her. Or you know what? She has no alliance, so I don't even have to talk to her if I don't want to. I mean, I know it's rude.
The people who have no alliance, those are good people because you can sway them right away and use their vote.
Right.
Get rid of other little factions that might have more be able to beat you in your group, right?
Well, I know they say that she's a wild card and they don't really know what direction she's going to go. I get that.
Right.
But you should have enough people in your alliance not to worry about. But I think at this point, probably everybody wants to take her to the finals. So that's one less spot for you. So if
that's a good point.
If I'm working with say Elaine, and we both want to take Karishma, that's one less person I could possibly get voted out. I don't want to get voted out and save Karishma, but I definitely would want to take Karishma with me because that's $1 million in my pocket.
I think the one thing also that she has going for her, Karishma, is she's a really good speaker. And I think depending on the jury and what they're looking for and everything, obviously just based on gameplay, no, she doesn't win the game. But if she could talk her way into it, that's one thing to consider. I don't think it's going to really necessarily give her the win, but I think that might maybe tip the scale in her direction.
I think the only way she talks people into winning it is she's at the finals like, I'll give each one of you $50,000 if I get your vote. That's the only way. I
try to do that at the end. Just throw a bribe out there.
Yeah, but I don't. I obviously that wouldn't happen. But I don't think there's any way she can win. I agree with you. She's great at communication, but she was giving something that, well, we're way ahead of ourselves. Tribal, that everyone was kind of rolling their eyes like, what is she talking about?
I don't think she's a great communicator. I think she's like that. You have an essay and you don't really know what you're going to write, but so you just use a lot of words and you kind of BS your way through it. So then the teacher goes, "Oh yeah, good sentence, yeah," but you're not really saying anything. Sometimes
right.
I want it right here.
Yeah, she's saying a lot of things that on the surface sound smart, but kind of hollow. You know what I mean? So maybe that seems like that's what they're rolling their eyes about, or because they're making it in the mark. I don't know.
All right, I can go with that. And then we go, the boat shows up, and we know someone's going to go to Island of the Idols, and they have to pick unanimous pick. It has to be, or they're going to draw, a name out of the hat. And of course, Lauren says, "I want to go," which shocked me.
Right.
That someone would want to go to Island, especially at this point. Why would you go to put a target on your back? And then Karishma, of course, goes, "Well, I wanted to go," but Lauren already said you go, and I couldn't say anything because, well, that would put a target. I'd be, she always seems to be complaining.
Well, I'm trying to, as soon as that happened, I thought to myself, is Lauren one of the only people who hasn't gone over there? And that'd be the only thing. She's looking around at who's left, and like everyone's been there except her. And it looks like that was her first time. Has Dean been there?
No, I
don't think Dean has. I don't think
Karishma has? No.
Dan hasn't been there, I don't think.
Dean, Dan, has Tommy?
Tommy hasn't.
No.
So it seems like all the girls left have already been there. It's the guys, none of the guys have been. Because Karishma's been or not been?
Karishma has not been.
Are we sure?
Right? Has she been? I don't think Karishma's been there either. We know Dan hasn't been there because Sandra would have knocked him out.
Elaine's been there. Nora's been there. Janet's been there. So Elizabeth had been there at that point. Elizabeth's still in the.
But see, a lot of people that had gone there had been voted out.
Right.
Because it does put a target on your back. And I was just shocked that she would because she's pretty much flying under the radar, I think, right now. So I don't know why you'd put a target. It worked out for her.
Yeah.
But I don't know why you'd put a target on your back.
She said right away, I'll go to Island of Idols. I want an advantage. So maybe that's what it is. I'm going to offer myself because other people have gone and I haven't gone yet. So therefore, I don't want somebody else to get the advantage. It's kind of a defensive move, maybe.
Yeah.
But at this point, also, when you're coming back from the island with so many people who have already gone, I mean, they know you're going to walk away with probably
something.
You've been challenged something, yeah.
Right. So whatever story you're coming back with, oh, I won. Guess what? I get to tell you what tomorrow is. I mean, if I'm trying to think of who won something, but if I'm one of those players that walked out with something, I know that there's more to the story than what's just on the surface.
Right. How have they not talked about it yet?
Unless Boston Rob and Sandra tell him not to. I mean, that's the only. I can't see why. Again, if I came back and there was a couple people there, said, I mean, well, who's left that's been there? Because Sunshine says that no Dean, Dan, Tommy, Karishma have not been there. So that's 4 of the 9 have not been there. So Elizabeth has been there.
Right.
You could definitely blow up Elizabeth's game saying, she knew that they were there and never said anything.
Well, the only time that it looked like they were communicating that, hey, I know you've been there and I've been there kind of thing was when Elizabeth told Missy.
Right.
Or no, Elizabeth told Elaine, excuse me, when she said, you were there, what do you have to do? And Elaine was like, okay, this is what I got to do.
Right.
They never said like, oh, you saw Rob and Sandra, or they didn't, but they kind of act, you know what I mean? That was the only time that 2 people who've been there have talked like they're communicating that, we both know. But
and Sunshine makes a great point. The people that have been there, why would you let someone new go?
That's why I wonder if that's why Warren was like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, to me, it's we've seen in the past, it puts a target on your back, but it didn't seem to be an issue on this one that we saw. It didn't seem to be any. Of course, we'll get to that when we get there. But go ahead.
Let me throw this out there. Who is, except for what was Nora's challenge again when she went?
She was the one that jumped at it right away. Like he didn't even have it out of his mouth yet. And
she was the one that had to convince people to let her do the calling of the challenge.
Oh,
and you have to let me do it, and they ended up not letting her do it.
They were going to be the caller,
and they just said, "No, you're not doing it."
I think Nora is the only one that's walked away at this point, knowing that you could potentially leave the island with immunity in your pocket, because Janet said no.
Right.
And I don't remember Elaine.
Well, Janet could have had she could have had immunity, but she'd have to walk away to have the right. It was one where she had to walk away from the tribal council.
Right.
She had to sacrifice her vote. She said that wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
No, Elaine was the one that the idol was hidden in the challenge, and she had to bend down and get it.
Right.
Dropped it. She was trying to put it in her pants, and she couldn't. So she played that idol already. So
right. So Elaine is really the only one who knows that you can leave Island of Idols with an idol. That's still in the game.
Mm-hmm. Or a clue to the idol that only you will have. Yeah, because that's kind of what she did to do this to get the idol. Yeah.
So really.
So either way, I don't think I would. I don't think if I needed it. If I knew I was on the bottom, like Karishma, I get Karishma wanting to go because she's on the bottom. So if she can get an advantage or another idol, having 2 is obviously better better than having 1.
Oh, sure.
So I get her wanting to go, but Lauren just seems to be, like I said, her name never seems to come up. So I don't know why you put yourself in that position.
Unless that's how confident she was feeling at that point, getting Missy out and was she, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Those guys are gone and Elizabeth's on the bottom, and maybe she's kind of feeling kind of secure now. Yeah.
Well, then as Sandra starts a new YouTube sensation where the chicken bit my finger. The chicken bit my finger. That's the first thing I thought when the chicken bites the finger. Charlie bit my finger.
Charlie, yeah.
To get the papaya, and you gotta be give the chicken some credit. It bit Sandra and got it right. Yeah. I thought that was funny, but then they're giving Lauren the thing, and I liked how Lauren was just listening. She wasn't. She played it really well. I thought. I think she the way she played it kind of made Rob have to give her an extra incentive to do the challenge.
Yeah. No, that was a challenge that was perfect for her, I think.
Because I don't think I would if it was just one person. I don't think I would have taken it. I don't think. But once it got to 2,
and that's when
she was spot on. Dean is terrible at the challenges. All the different things she was saying. I just thought it was a great job by her. I was almost thinking if she was better, if say Nora went over there
Mm-hmm.
Do you pick yourself? Because now you pick yourself. Not only do you get immunity, you get an idol for 2 tribal councils.
Did you say you could pick yourself? It wasn't.
I don't know if he said that or not. You had to pick who was. You just had to pick who would win it, right?
I think Nora would have picked herself and then sat out and just ate the food.
Nora wouldn't even have heard the challenge to know to even pick herself. She just would have like.
If that was because Lauren said she was terrible at challenges, and she has been for the most part. So I can see her not picking herself. But wouldn't you do that? Wouldn't you if you're Nora or Elizabeth and you're pretty good at the challenges, especially who you're going up against? I would pick myself.
I would. I mean, if Nora played it the same way, because Lauren was very, very good at getting those people to sit out of the challenge and really just giving herself a 2 out of 3 chance at winning this immunity.
Yeah, she did have Tommy's help because she told Tommy right away what she needed to do. He was all in.
Right.
So the 2 of them together were able. That helped her. She wasn't just this lone voice.
I think Lauren is smart enough to play it right, but if you were to get Nora over there, I don't think she would have thought it through the way Lauren did.
Yeah, because Lauren actually, when Lauren came back, I mean, I'm trying to remember everybody coming back. That was the best explanation of anybody that's came back because she really didn't lie. She told the truth about what the challenge was going to be, other than what she had to do. She said, there's going to be breakfast. So she did I think she did the best because you go back where Nora was, and Nora was a train wreck. And some of the other ones were pretty bad. She actually just told the truth, other than the thing. She, like you said, she told Tommy what the deal was. But they did a good job of saying, "Oh, pancakes and bacon and hash browns and what it was, some kind of drink. I can't remember the drink. It looked like orange juice." But I just thought it was like, wow, that was perfect how she did it.
Yeah, she did a great job.
Yeah, so
it was a really good challenge for her, honestly, just all the way around, and even how she was able to. She knows people. She's right.
Yeah, she is. She's very good at social. She's great at the social game, which could carry her to the end. She is my winner's pick. So we'll see if she.
Tonight, I was thinking, Jeff's gonna be kind of proud of her to have her.
I just like, and this was the first time we really got a lot of Lauren. I mean, it was since like the beginning when she made that one move to get someone out, where she's really kind of you can see she's playing the game and probably been playing the whole time. It's just now that she's got some airtime. So I was happy with that pick. I liked it. I liked it a lot. But they go to I was shocked that so many people sat out though. I mean, only 3 people did. I'll be honest with you. I can't believe Karishma did the challenge.
No, she had to.
Well, she had an idol.
Right.
There was no way she was going to win.
I was really surprised she did too.
I still, I mean, I agree. I get with what you're saying, but if I'm in her position, once I lose that immunity idol, my hidden immunity idol, then my game is up in the air. Or if I could pull a win, well, then I get to stay.
She lasted 45 seconds.
And then her weird meltdown on the bench.
Yeah.
Was so odd to me because it was like a little over dramatic, but it seemed fake. But it was like, feel sorry for me, or it was very odd. That
seems to be her game, where she likes to people, pity me. I mean, maybe that's her strategy.
Maybe that's not a game though. I'm getting the feeling that that's just her. That she's a little over dramatic.
Because even Jeff was like going, it was like that episode of Seinfeld where he was dating the girl that cried all the time. She and George was like going. It was like George Costanza pushing Jeff. Come on, go comfort her. Go say something. What's wrong?
I can do it. You can do what? And then it was like, I can sit here after sucking, and I just want my body to work. And it was like, it got a little weird. It was a little over the top.
I can smell the pancakes, the bacon, and just like going, got nothing for you. He didn't say that, but that's what he was thinking. But it was awkward. I forgot to say too, Elaine the only one in Survivor history, because Jeff doesn't always laugh. yet she makes him laugh every single episode.
She's funny.
She is funny. I mean, she just.
So funny.
I mean, how many times does Jeff, when someone makes a joke, Jeff goes, just stone face, like
you didn't get it.
Yeah, didn't get her. Why are you wasting my time?
Yeah.
I mean, he's laughed a couple times, but not like Elaine. Elaine makes him say, "I'm not giving. You're gonna have to come get it, Jeff."
She could go on that blue collar comedy tour. You know what I mean? With those guys, she's funny.
She's funny, and again, I'd love to see her win it. I don't know if she will. I think I would think at some point she's going to have to be a target.
And it always seems like they might, when they just start to talk about it here and there, there's somebody else that ends up really and then they don't talk about it for a while.
Yeah.
Just talk about it last episode or the episode before, like, well, maybe we should. Just recently again. And now nobody's talking about it anymore.
It was in the beginning.
Right. But there was another one recently. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like they know they need to get her out, but I think they also, she's part of the alliance. So at some point, I got to be thinking, okay, she's going to be tough to beat because she's so damn likable.
And she win something too?
She's won some challenges. She's won challenges.
She's got a little. That's not bad. Some people haven't won nothing. So
right. So she's someone. Again, I point out that Karishma dropped right away, and I'm like, I don't get it, Karishma. I don't get it. Just eat. Like I said, I don't know. Like a guy like Dean, I go, he's not good at the challenges. He's been on the bottom the whole time. He knows he's part of the goat side. Why wouldn't he do the challenge?
I don't know. Maybe does he not know? Maybe he thinks now he's better.
I thought he was, when he said goat alliance, the goat army or whatever he called it. I thought he was talking about himself. Get the goat people assembled to because he's worried that he's the target. I'm the big, strong, physical target. and his name's not even brought up anymore.
The only reason those three guys are there is because they're not the big, strong, physical target. Yeah. None of them have really shown anything.
Because Dean's another one I don't think can win.
I think at that point they were just all convinced that Karishma was going to be the next vote.
Yeah.
They didn't know she had the idol. Yeah. So
they decided to all eat.
Yeah. I mean,
I've always said no matter what you play. You play.
And that was Karishma's argument, wasn't it?
It was Karishma's argument, but at this point I'm thinking, okay, Karishma, you could play. you're not going to beat Nora, and you're not going to beat Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And I guess, well, she didn't know who was going to go in either. She could have been betting that she was the only one that would play. I just thought about that because they do the hidden, the rock thing. So maybe she was betting on that. That would have been better if she would have said that. I was betting on that no one else would go in.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Or maybe gosh, that's funny. That makes it more interesting to do it blind like that.
Yeah. I don't know. But the challenge goes on. Then it comes down to Elizabeth and Nora, and Nora's not even moving. And she's just like she's in what do they call her? Yoga Meister or whatever it was. She just gets in that zone and she tunes everything out.
Yeah, and look at that. She is 10 years older than Elizabeth because Elizabeth's 26.
Yeah.
And dominated that over an Olympian. You gotta kind of feel good about that.
And a swimmer. The swimmers are in great shape.
Yeah, they have good upper body strength, right?
Yeah, well, and legs too. Your whole body. Swimming is the one thing that exercises everything, right? It exercises all your muscles.
Usually swimmers have like really big shoulders, and they're kind of like. Yeah. So you think she would have been done really well at that. And so good on Nora, seriously.
Yeah, congrats to Nora.
And then she kept holding it after she won because she thought they'd still keep eating. And I thought
you think she did that because last week she threw it. And they were giving her crap for not winning the peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, maybe. I really thought maybe she was doing it because she knew it had gone so quick and they hadn't had to eat very much. And I
think that's why she was doing it. But I'm thinking the reason she was going to say, okay, I'll just stay there for my teammates, let them eat, because last week I cost them food.
Oh, yeah.
By throwing yay, and they were all like, stupid. What are you doing?
Well, it's better for them.
We could have peanut butter and jelly.
It's better for them too because the longer that she's standing there holding that rod, the less chance that she'll murder somebody.
Well, she didn't talk about killing anyone today, did she?
I was going to bring that up.
He was eyeballing that chicken, though.
Yeah.
Right here. Right here.
Oh, gosh.
So we come back after the challenge. Nora's the champ, and then Nora steals Karishma's bag. I don't know if I don't. I would do a lot of things in the game to win, but I don't know if I would take someone's I'm playing with. I wouldn't touch their stuff. I don't think.
If you're really caught doing that, regardless of who the person is, that could cost you some jury sympathy.
Yeah, I just wouldn't do it because I wouldn't want anyone doing it to me, right?
Right.
I mean, I know there's no rules other than you can't punch somebody, but that's just something I don't think I would do.
See,
I know it's happening more and more. I know it's happening more and more.
I thought it was really smart of her to do that. She knew Krishna's on the bottom, and they're all making this plan. And the only way this plan isn't going to work is if Karishma has an idol. So she thinks, I'll go look. And even like you said, if she gets caught, all those people are on her side. They're not going to go like, oh, she'll be like, I had to see. We didn't know. Now we know. Or
she could have said, I didn't know it was I thought it was my bag. I guess she could have said that.
Well, now you look sneaky.
Yeah.
I think she just tells those other people, like, I did it for us so we can make sure our plan worked.
Yeah. But she doesn't find an idol.
Yes, she did. She had it in her hand.
No, she didn't find. She said Karishma didn't.
Was it that edge of the string?
No, she said she didn't. She says she has no idol.
Oh, now see, when I was watching it, I thought I saw, when she grabbed out, I thought I saw some of that like hemp string. You know what I mean? The twine.
Yeah, she pulled something out, but she said she turned to.
Oh, this is nothing.
Yeah, she turned to Elizabeth and said she doesn't have an idol.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Because Karishma had it in her armpit.
Armpit, yeah.
Right.
Which must be comfortable. And great for Jeff. But then Karishma's talking to Dan, and Dan goes, "Oh yeah, just vote Janet. Janet's on the. We're gonna split our votes between Elizabeth and Janet." So then she goes, and then she gets up right away and goes over and talks to Elizabeth. Which Dan was like, "What are you doing?"
But that's not the first time we've seen Karishma do crazy things like that before.
Yeah.
Where someone tells her one thing, and it's almost like she has a chip on her shoulder. If you tell her this is what we're going to do, she will literally do the opposite.
Right. And I get that's why people want to vote her out, because she is a loose cannon.
Yeah.
But like I said, you got to play it coy. You got to cool. You got to go, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And just, wait like 15, 20. You've got all day. And then wait. But you don't go over to where Elizabeth is over, in striking distance. Of course, then Lauren's reading lips. And says, yeah, they're talking about you. And of course, Dan gets all upset. And he goes over there and says, well,
Which, do you think she was really reading lips?
Well, she was right.
She was right. But was it loud enough for them to hear and she was able to kind of pick? Or was she legit reading lips? I'm seriously curious because I think this might be the greatest skill to have going into the game ever since building a spy shack.
I think they were just reading cue cards that we couldn't see.
Again, it's another Seinfeld episode. It always comes back to Seinfeld. But then we go to tribal council. And at this point, I didn't know who was going to go home. I knew Karishma was going to get some votes. But I thought they were going to split it evenly.
I really thought they were going to split it, yeah.
And the whole tribal council is going back and forth. And it was a good job by Jamal, because when we forgot to talk about earlier, Dean thought he had an advantage that he got from Jamal. And not only does he not have an advantage, he makes a fake one with the fake advantage. So he makes a fake one with the, I'm like going, why would you make a fake one with the fake one? I guess he doesn't know it's fake, but.
No. Well, I think he'd already said when he got it from Jamal that he didn't believe it was real.
But at this point, he does believe it's real.
Well, and when he's talking, how did that happen?
How
does he go to decide that?
I don't know.
I was expecting like when he handed over Jeff the fake. I was expecting his attention to be focused on Jamal to see if Jamal laughs or reacts. Because once if Jamal thinks he's handing over a fake one, he might.
Well, I was going to say before that, Jamal doesn't even doesn't even crack a smile. Just
Right.
to sit there, just looking. And so great job on Jamal, because that'd be hard for me. Like, play it.
Well, only if you thought it was going to be that person that was going to go home because of you, and you're sitting over there watching him about to go home.
But he played his fake one, right? He didn't play the real one.
He played the fake.
Yeah.
Doubly fake one?
Yeah. So why would you play? So that's probably why I didn't look at Jamal, because he knew he was playing the fake one.
Oh, no, that's when you do look at Jamal, because that's going to tell you whether the other one you have is real or not, right?
Exactly.
No, I see your point. Yeah, I see that point.
Okay, so Jamal did not react, right?
No. Well, not that we saw. Jamal just kept straight.
So maybe Dean now thinks the one he has is real.
Yeah.
Dean is going to be my fantasy league elimination pick in 2 hours.
Oh my God, that was good. Did Dean roll up his sleeves? I didn't see him roll up his sleeves this time.
No.
Okay.
But I'm sure he's getting himself all fixed up, you know. I think that's what they were commenting on, that they edit out, is that how he sits there and primps, and that's why Rob made that comment. I don't think it's actually about the sleeves.
Well, before they go to tribal, maybe he does like 1,000 push-ups.
Yeah, he gets the ball.
That could be it. Well, Dean plays his fake advantage. Karishma plays her idol. I go, oh, good for you, Karishma.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think she was at first, because Jeff goes, and now, oh, wait. I got something. So she played. So then all of a sudden Lauren goes, I got to play mine. And first I'm like going, why, Lauren? Why? But
panicked.
But there's been so many times that people have gone home with an idol this season. At first I was like, stupid move. I said, you know what? Because Janet got a vote. Out of nowhere, Janet got a vote.
But she didn't know. But if she was thinking, what we were thinking would have been smart, is that Karishma knows she has the idol. She talks to Elizabeth and says, listen, I got this idol. Let's make it look like they really want to vote for me. So they all vote for me. I played it for me. And you and I, let's vote for this person.
Right.
Right? Maybe
that would have been smart, but Karishma doesn't play that type of game.
She didn't at all. She missed opportunity. Totally missed opportunity.
Right. It was a total missed opportunity, but I didn't criticize Lauren for. at first I was like, oh, Lauren, but then I said, you know what? With both two idols being played.
Maybe they're ganging up on her. Maybe they have a plan to get her out.
Yeah, she didn't know, and so plus she had gone to Island of the Idols. That does put a target on your back. So I had no issue. I think if Karishma wouldn't have played her idol, obviously she wouldn't have played hers.
Correct.
But she plays it, so then all the votes. Karishma had 7 votes.
But if Karishma had told Elizabeth that she would vote with her against, who did she vote for? Was she the Janet? No, who was she?
She must have voted for Janet.
It was Janet. There was one other random one off.
Elizabeth got a vote, and Karishma got 7. Elizabeth won, and Janet won.
So Karishma had to vote for Elizabeth.
Well, who voted for Janet? Elizabeth. We didn't see it.
Sorry.
We didn't see who she voted for.
I thought that was everything was Karishma. Everyone voted for Karishma except
7 votes for Karishma.
Right, but who voted for Elizabeth?
Karishma.
JP thinks it's Karishma.
Okay, but if she had worked with Elizabeth, they could have put their vote somewhere else, and then they wouldn't have been a revote, and Elizabeth would still be there.
I agree with you. They could have voted for Dan. They could have voted for Elaine. They could have voted for Tommy. And they could have got one of the someone who's not obviously, because neither one is in an alliance. You would think that, especially when they're on the thing, that they would have got together. Yeah, I agree with you now 100%. Why didn't she? Well, that's why she's not going to win.
I mean, it worked well for her. She stayed, but it could have worked out better for her.
Because then she would still have Elizabeth on her side.
Right. They could have got rid of somebody else that was a bigger threat to them, the two of them.
Right.
Elizabeth would be there to help her. They still would have flushed Lauren's idol, not knowing that they were going to flush it. But do you know what I mean? It could have gone much more favorable for Karishma setting her up for next week, but it did not. Yeah,
because right now Karishma's still day to day. Elizabeth is gone.
Yeah. Janet
luckily stayed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it now. And Elizabeth went home, and again, I wasn't shocked by that. When it came down to Elizabeth, Janet, I go, Elizabeth is going. So I don't think people see Janet as a threat.
I don't think Karishma thinks she's playing with anyone.
Well, she's not.
But that's on her. She's not even trying to. You know what I mean?
No, I think. Well, we said earlier she gets that pity party. I think that's just her attitude. Well, no one wants to play with me. You have to make. The game changes especially with the numbers.
What are the players supposed to do? Are they supposed to beg her like, "No, Karishma, we do really like you," and you know what I mean?
Well, she doesn't like to be told what to do. We saw it last week. She gets so mad.
Yeah.
But like you guys are right. If she should have gone to Elizabeth, said, "Let's put 2 votes. I have an idol. I'm going to play it, and let's put 2 votes on. Let's vote Dan out."
Not for you because I'm playing it for myself. Let them know I'm saving myself if I have to save somebody. But
because why would Elizabeth say anything? There's no reason for Elizabeth to say, come back to the group and say, "Hey, Karishma's going to play her idol," because then they're just going to vote her. They would just vote Elizabeth out.
Right.
So there's no reason for Elizabeth to even say anything.
Right.
Yeah, Karishma's not the best player ever on Survivor.
No.
At least she's not my final pick.
God, whoever would pick her. So bad. Amateurs.
It'd be such an amateur choice to pick her.
But we're down to 8 people now. 8 people with 3 weeks to go.
Yep.
So
I am pretty sure my kids are streaming the heck out of Disney Plus right now. I think that's what's going on. Oh my gosh.
You gotta tell the kids, no Disney Plus.
Can you guys all get off the internet?
From this time to this time. Well, I guess any other thoughts before we pick our MVP? My MVP won't be Karishma, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I'll say it right now.
It could have been if she had pulled.
Oh yeah, if she would have pulled off that move, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can pick Lauren either. Well, maybe I can. You kind of talked me into it because of the whole she played her idol when she didn't really have to.
Well, she didn't have to play the idol, but she did a great job. I'm trying to think who played. Well, that's going to be my pick is Lauren because I can't think of anyone who really played.
If you eliminate both of them, who's left?
Because the other 7 people picked Karishma. They were wrong. 7 people were wrong and picking Karishma.
They were because Nora told them that she doesn't have an idol.
Yeah, you could go with Nora because she won the challenge again, but I'm gonna go with Lauren because I think she had the way she came back from Island of the Idols. She gave the best.
She did
so far the best.
So, do you think that they were gonna split the vote equally until Nora went there and went, "Hey, look, guys, I went through her bag." Do you think she told them? And they're like,
probably.
Let's go for her.
Now, does this hurt Nora down the line because people are like? Oh, that damn Nora! She screwed up her whole game. Well, it didn't matter because Elizabeth went home and Elizabeth wasn't part of anyone's game. It was Elizabeth.
Oh, so Elizabeth can't even back her up and be like, "No, really, there wasn't anything in her bag."
Yeah, but I guess it wouldn't really hurt. It didn't hurt because Elizabeth wasn't anyone's. To be honest with you, that would have been my target from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Just because she's strong. Because she's strong in the challenges.
Right, and if you have a swimming challenge,
yeah,
something to do with water. I mean, I don't know. Do they ever do individuals that have swimming elements? They should.
They should, yeah.
I mean, it's like partial swimming, swim to the next obstacle or something like that.
Yeah,
right,
I don't know. Because that was,
Janet's a good swimmer, too.
Yeah.
True.
So I go with Lauren.
I don't know who you're pointing at.
I was just mixing.
I guess I'll go Nora. I'll go Nora because it really made me feel good about her after thinking so many maybe not so positive things about her in a previous episodes. When she continued to hold the thing, thinking she was helping them eat more, that I thought, oh, that's real. That shows heart. You know what I mean?
And to me, it wasn't gameplay. It was genuine. I thought
because listen, that's not easy to sit there and stress your muscles out.
Right.
On so little food and so little sleep. And the second she won, she could have dropped it right away, conserve the rest of that energy, right? She didn't. So I think maybe I'll pick Nora just for heart.
All right.
Originally I had Nora, as I said, for not threatening to kill him in this episode. I picked Lauren because I really think this is one of the best Island of Idol plays that we've seen so far. It just worked out perfectly. She manipulated everybody, the way that they should have been.
Right.
And she gave herself basically a 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3 chance at winning it. Well,
once I saw the 3 people, I said she won. Because I knew I keep bashing Karishma, but I knew there was no way she was going to win.
Well, I thought maybe Elizabeth could because she knows she needed to win. And sometimes that'll give people that little extra I'm not giving up attitude, you know what I mean? So I thought maybe Elizabeth, but
I just think Nora is she is just in these challenges, she just gets tuned in and she's just not, I don't think she feels any pain.
I'm going to tell you, at the beginning of the season, I didn't expect that from her. So
but that's why I said, I started thinking last week, she could win this.
She's getting a way better at it now. Yeah,
because I think people also think that she's a goat.
Mm-hmm. But look what she's doing. She's doing stuff.
Yeah, and she's building a really good resume.
She could be.
Because most of the people that had problems with her are gone. True. Other than Dean, but Dean's not going to win.
No, he's not. I think he thinks he's got a good chance.
Yeah.
He does not. The other reason I would say Lauren for you guys is that, dude, lip reading. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We've never seen that yet.
Plus she was smart. She went to Tommy, the one person she trusts the most, and told him what the plan was, and he helped her mastermind it.
Okay, so even if she couldn't read what they were saying, Dan's sitting there and he's eating it up, and she's telling Dan what she's seeing them read. Ooh, that could be, even if you can't do it, that could be a good strategy too.
Well, that could come in later on down, next week or something like that.
She could have totally pulled Dan's strings. I mean, he said, "I heard my name," because that's one thing that even if you can't hear what people are saying, if they say your name, you just intrinsically can hear it somehow.
Wait, my name.
And so
I've already been warned.
And he was like, I should go over there and tell them. And she was like, oh, yes, you should.
Sunshine, are you still with us? Do you have an MVP? If you're still with us, give us an MVP. But yeah, that's basically all I got.
Something Sunshine said earlier was how you could see it on her face how mad Lauren was that she'd wasted her idol. She thought she had, I think, when they were showing her.
Again, she did waste her idol, but Kelly went home with 2.
True.
Someone else.
I don't think viewers will think that she wasted. I think she was, how you're always hardest on yourself. Yeah. Sitting right there, she was like, because she was rolling her eyes and.
Well, I think, like you said, Karishma, everyone was voting for Karishma, but then she didn't know who Karishma was going to vote for. So it could, Karishma could have, I don't know who she's voting for. It could be me. I'm not going home. At this point, you can't go home. Yeah, you'd like to have, but the idol's only good for 2 tribals. So it would only be good for this one and the next one. So it's not like one of those idols that's good up until the final 5.
Right.
So I had no problem. I personally had no problem with it. I get it now. She's like, okay, I could have been safe next week also.
Yeah. And then since Karishma did play her idol, it'll be back out there for them to find.
Right.
So.
Well. Yeah. No, are those ones? I don't think they put those ones back out.
She found hers, didn't she?
Karishma, that's right. She did. I was thinking that
one was found, so that one should go out there. And
to me, they shouldn't put them back out there, but that's just me harping on something that should.
But I just wonder if that then someday they might not. It's not set in stone. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I think that the people know when the one is played that they should go and look because it could be out there. So
especially if you're on the bottom. If I'm Dean, if I'm Karishma,
Dean does not know he's on the bottom. I don't think.
But if I'm Karishma, I don't whine and cry next week. I go out. I wake up at the crack of dawn, and I'm out there looking for that idol.
Karishma should be absolutely.
Yeah. she's not going to win the challenge.
But she's going to fake again that I got sick and I only got 2 coconuts.
Unless the challenge is who can complain the most. She would have a chance to win that one.
No, I still think she'd only last 45 seconds. I feel bad for the production team that had to set up the challenge.
Because they had to set one up for every single person.
Yeah, one for every single person, and then it probably took them longer to set up Karishma's challenge. To climb the ladder, put the bowling ball up.
Put it all up there. They had to carry it all on site.
Oh my God! It's like taking 3 days to plan a surprise party, and then boom.
I'd be like, it's Karishma, pancakes, bacon.
Yeah.
Come on, Karishma.
Oh,
Pancakes. When was the last time you had a pancake? You know what they should with Karishma? You always you to say it's Applebee's, and she's not in the challenge at all. She'd have dropped out right away.
Didn't they say something about somebody with their favorite restaurant or something? And I was like, we know what Christmas is.
Yeah, because she loves Applebee's, but
Applebee's.
So next week we get to potentially meet Karishma's husband, assuming we have a family member to come.
And he does not know yet that she wanted a divorce, but now doesn't want a divorce or whatever.
What if it's not him?
Ooh. I think it's arranged already.
Not.
Probably. I think so. I think you're right.
I'm not a huge fan of the because it just takes so much time. The family.
I never like it either.
It's
sorry.
Episode.
I know there's people that.
Is that what you said?
I always said whenever they do the family episode, it's always to me it's like a very soft episode.
Yeah, it's not nothing.
It happens.
Well, because it takes like 15 minutes, and then if you win, you're gonna piss whoever you don't take with. You're gonna piss them off. So I would say I tell look, we're losing this. I'm not gonna be the one picking anybody.
The only one that I think you couldn't have been mad at was it last season or the season before, the kid who had just got married and left with Survivor and they didn't get a honeymoon, they hadn't seen each other. That might be the only one where everyone went, oh yeah, obviously you got to pick him. He's got to see. I mean, I do. And then bye, honey.
Well, there was that one guy who, unfortunately, I think it was his grandmother passed away.
That was so sad.
My heart.
He seemed like a really nice guy too. No one deserves that.
No.
Anyway, yeah, but I would throw the challenge. That's one I'd definitely throw. Actually, any of the reward challenges down the stretch, I always said I'd throw them. I would because you have to pick somebody.
Except they haven't been doing reward and immunity. It's been together.
Right. Yes, that's true. I think maybe they knew that was what people were doing. Maybe.
I thought it was because they needed to make room for Island of the Idols, so therefore we lost the reward challenge.
Because they do get. I think it was Rob Sessanito was telling us that when you do the auction thing, they all agreed they all agreed ahead of time to wait on the bids, and he was getting pissed. Jeff was getting pissed, so they had to change. So they changed that.
They haven't done that in years now.
Yeah,
it was a couple. I think they did a couple, but they changed the way it was done.
Well, then you do it like real poker. Everybody has to ante in before you even know what it is.
And Rhoda said there's a lot of games, a lot of gameplay and rewards that are missing.
Yep. Yeah. I wish they were doing it's a third 60-minute show, but I wish they were doing Island of the Idols, reward, and immunity. I like them separate like that. But
I wish they'd go back to giving away a car.
Do they not do that anymore?
No, they haven't given because remember that person never won.
Right. It ended up it was like the curse, right?
Yeah.
It's Colby.
Yeah. You win the car, you don't win the $1 million. But I always thought it was a good challenge, fun challenge when they would do that one.
They also don't do the food challenge, the eating something disgusting challenge anymore.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
You sure?
I think they did it a couple seasons ago. I thought.
But it's been a little while, though. You're right, JP.
I mean, they are disgusting. It's to me, I have no problem. It's like, let's eat this live beetle. No.
But it is absolutely positively a psychological game because you have to it's a mind over matter thing because everybody's grossed out. So I always like that because that's one that if you're mentally strong, but maybe you're physically weak, you could win that.
Oh, yeah,
that's true.
Person, Karishma could probably do that. She'd probably be able to eat the gross things and just close her eyes and pretend it's something else, where some of those people would be able to do it. So,
Rose says, I was thinking that 90 minutes for this season would have worked. We're not getting enough Sandra and Rob either.
Yeah.
But see, they did a longer episode, and it was just more commercials.
Well, yeah.
I don't want more commercials.
I don't either. I mean,
if we got more if we got more show, then yeah. But I think it would just be a chance for them to put 30 more minutes of commercials in there.
Because I think isn't it like a 2-to-1 thing? Isn't it like 20 minutes for every 10 minutes of commercials or something like that on average?
It is now.
Okay.
I think most of your sitcoms now are like 20 minutes. So
if you add that 30 minutes, make it 90, you're going to get 10 more minutes of commercials. If that's all they did, I'd be okay with that. In the normal realm of no,
they're not going to do that.
I think when you watch it regular without the commercials, it's only like 44 minutes.
Right.
So 15 of commercials, you add another, carry the 3, something like that, whatever.
And I get the commercials are the reason the show's on the air. I mean, I get that, but it's just I don't want more commercials.
Yeah.
I'd rather have more product placement like Applebee's or.
Oh yeah.
Like when they gave a Matt Joker says Karishma Slade.
Because she played her idol.
I mean, it was a good move by her. I was thinking she has to play her idol.
She survived. She used one of her 9 lives.
Yeah. Again, I don't know why anybody is thinking why she's not. I'm not. I'd be like,
no. I
of course you can't rock the boat though either. You can't be the one going, well, no, I want to take her to the finals with me. Yeah, I probably Tommy would have been probably one.
I think they should have voted either Tommy or Dan at that point.
Yeah, but Dan doesn't win the challenges either.
I think Tommy would have been a good bet because not only is he maybe more on the physical side now for some of them that are left, but he's in like this with Lauren, so you weaken the duo as well. So yeah, if she'd had a little more time to think about it, maybe she could have pulled Elizabeth in and said, "Listen, I'm going to play this on myself tonight. You and I are going to vote for Tommy and hope that they put all their votes on me."
Wasn't a couple of weeks ago they wanted to break up Lauren and Tommy?
That was Missy and Aaron, and they're
that's right. Yeah, that's right. They're gone. I forgot. I was like going, yeah, that's right. They were on someone's radar, but they got voted out.
Missy and Aaron's radar,
but you have to think that the other people know that Aaron and Missy had to tell other people, hey, look, we got to get rid of these two. They're like this.
I have said for years and years, if I was on one of these reality shows like this where you see alliances popping up, I would absolutely be paying attention to the people because I want anyone gone who thinks that they feel more secure than me.
Exactly.
Because they know something I don't know and they need to go.
Plus, it's one more vote against me.
And Karishma was sitting there at Tribal, very cool. She just sat there and she, like JP said, she had lots of words to say. She gave her little thing, and they were like, and so the idea that they all thought, I don't know, they were really positive she did not have the idol.
Yeah, their look was in shock right away. They're like, "Uh-oh,"
yeah,
because then then they're all starting to worry. Well, Lauren can't be voted out either. So if her name comes up, it could be me,
right?
Because it could have been, because Dan looked, oh my God, it would just take one vote. Right. To send you home.
Absolutely.
Or 2, I guess 2 votes would have been
it's got to be fun for the jurors this season, because every time they come in, they're kind of either getting some sort of vindication or some sort of ha-ha as they're watching. It seems like a lot of that's happening for the jury.
Well, it's been good for the audience too, because like I said, you don't know who. Like I said, once it was Elizabeth and Janet, I said, it's going to be Elizabeth. There's no way they're going to vote Janet out right now. But it was funny because
Janet better get out there and scramble and find that idol.
Yeah, because she's on the bottom also.
But Elizabeth was their choice for tonight, I think. Yeah.
Right, because she's the bigger threat in the challenges.
And you wanted to get her before she goes to some other group, right? Because she lost her group.
Right.
Maybe that's the other thing too. You don't want her to hook up. If you're Lauren and Tommy, maybe you don't want her to hook up with somebody else you think might be pulling people together.
Right. So who does Karishma work with next week? Anything else, guys?
I think she's just going to find an idol in her bag, and it'll be another save for her.
I have to keep refreshing my internet.
Matt Joker says the jury looked shocked when she stood up too. When Karishma stood up.
Yeah.
Because of all people, Karishma finding an idol.
Because everybody thinks Karishma doesn't, and I get it. I get why, but
they don't think she's doing anything.
Well, she very rarely
Yeah,
leaves
but
camp.
it's
They all
fine.
say she doesn't even leave camp,
Right. She doesn't even do any chores or anything. She doesn't do anything to help out around camp.
and she hasn't been to Island of the Idols.
She
so.
just lays in the hammock and tells people she doesn't feel good. Yeah, I don't know. That would get super annoying.
Smart move. Just keep her around.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all we got. Thanks for everyone that joined us in the chat. Fun night. It was great doing it on a Wednesday night, getting it out, and I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Excited.
I had mine already, so it's kind of like
you can have second Thanksgiving. I've already explained this to you.
Yeah, I know you said that, but it's just me and Cindy. Everyone else is going.
You got like a little turkey breast, made all your little favorites. Maybe you don't like the green bean, but you like the stuffing. Make whatever you want.
I like green beans.
I love that one, but whatever.
I'm pretty much all vegetable. I love all vegetables except lima beans.
Any day with pie is a good day, so you could have pie for sure.
That's true. It just doesn't seem because the family's, Jay and Colleen are in New York. My other kids are going to their in-laws. My youngest daughter's complaining because she has to go to 2 houses tomorrow. I go, just smile, smile.
I love what you did, and I'm going to remember to do this when I have grandkids and my kids are all married, because I thought it doesn't matter if it happens on the day, but you want all your kids together, and the only way to do that is what you did preemptively, have it the weekend before, and then you free them all up that they're not stressed out either.
That was actually Cindy's idea.
People having to go to multiple houses in one day, that sucks. It's super stressful for them.
Because I know with Cindy, her family always celebrated Christmas on Christmas Eve. My family always did it on Christmas Day. So there was never any issues with.
It was easy.
But it was at one point we would go to like 3 different houses on Christmas Day. I finally said, can we just make this one thing? And then I put a no toy. I said, no toys, none. And of course everybody got pissed.
Scrooge.
Because at one point I think we were the only ones. We had most of the kids. I think my sister had a couple of kids, but we had a minivan. I took out the middle seat because I was making 2 trips. And it was like 30 minutes one way to take all these stupid toys home. I said, close. And all the kids were like, what? And I go, no more toys. And it lasted for like a year. And then it
started to taper off because the kids want more expensive stuff.
Yeah, and then people broke ranks and all that stuff. But
you get to spread it out over 8 days.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Then you miss the whole thing. You go out and have Chinese food, and you're done, right?
Go to the movies, have Chinese food. I go to Atlantic City sometimes.
My 19-year-old son just told me the other day, he's like, Mom, we should just do the Jewish thing. We could just have Chinese food on Christmas. We don't have to worry about cooking a lot. I was like, okay, whatever. He's funny.
Well, last year Christmas Day we went to they do a pumpkin patch and they do a Christmas that with all these festival of lights type thing. Mm-hmm. We went Christmas Day and there was nobody there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because we went at dinner time. So we went early because we have everybody over. Cindy makes her Italian sauce and her meatballs and the lasagna. It's just like, oh my God, it's so good. But Christmas Day, we went there and it was like, there's no one here. Yeah, it was perfect.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was nice. So we're doing that again this year.
Good.
I say tomorrow, Jack, you go to Golden Corral.
I'm not a Golden Corral fan because I got food poisoning there once.
Yeah, I think everybody has eaten there before.
I almost did. At one point, it was no longer there, but it was like 5 minutes away from our house. I didn't think I said, I don't know if I can make it home. It was that bad. I was like, and I was like sick for like 2 days. I go, I'm never eating there again.
And that kind of food poisoning that lasts that many days makes you feel like you just want to die.
Yeah, it was.
Are you dying? Yeah. I feel like I'm dying.
I don't want any food. No, I think we've eaten there once since.
You're brave.
One time since. It was like, and that was so one time in the last 15 years I've eaten at Golden Corral. And it was good, but getting sick like that was like,
it's not good.
No. And once I get sick, I won't eat it.
I give you credit for going back. I mean, when I went to the same summer camp for 10 years, And my first year there, I saw a kid peeing in the water fountain. I never.
Well, at least he wasn't peeing in the chocolate fountain.
10 years later, he was still not going to drink out of that fountain. Didn't matter.
I drank water fountain. It was.
I did not care. I was dying.
Well, going back, I was a Charger fan for 50 years. Never paid off, and I've been a Padre fan since day one. It's never paid off, so I'm used to abuse. I've been married like 30-something years too, so I'm pretty immune to most things.
You're just easy. You're just easy. You're malleable now. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just like, whatever.
So easy going. Go with the flow.
That's why I always say there's a river flowing. And I'm flowing with that river. And so he goes, yeah, that's you, flowing with the river.
Yeah, you're Mr. Easygoing.
Yeah, that's me. Anyway, on that note.
Happy holidays.
Have fun, everyone. Safe trips if you're track, because I know there's a lot of bad weather out there.
Yeah.
If you're traveling somewhere, be safe.
Be safe. Be careful.
Yeah. Play your idol if you have to.
That's right.
Bye, everybody.